Okay, hello everyone, and apologies for the delay. I hope you got time to have your cup of tea and sandwich while you were waiting for me to get set up. Just wanted to double check that my slides are showing up on screen. I got a thumbs up from someone. Yes, great. Okay, so very quickly, I will run through an overview of what I am going to go through today. We'll look at applying to CAO for first-time applicants. And then we'll look at reapplying to CAO, which I would imagine is an area that the majority of you will have dealt with a lot of queries on. We'll also look at exceptional late applications and applying to CAO via the advanced entry route. My colleague Mac Dara will be here for the Q&A session to answer all the queries in relation to advanced entry and any other queries as we're going along. So just to get started, moving on to the applying to CAO for first-time applicants. So I won't go into too much detail on this one because I would imagine given the target audience here today that a lot of people coming to have already applied for the first time. But very quickly, in case you have any queries, obviously read the handbook. The handbook is available at handbook.cao.ie. We have a demo application form on the website, cao.ie/demo, which allows applicants to do an exact replica of the application form, and it's just a good starting point to become familiar with the form and more specifically with the application itself, so the additional steps that you have to take after obtaining your CAO application number. There are a number of resources in the applicant section of the CAO website. And then just to look at the deadlines. So the 20th of January at 5 p.m. is the discounted application fee deadline. The 1st of February at 5 p.m. is what we call the normal closing date, and the 1st of May at 5 p.m. is the late application deadline. However, there are some restrictions with this late application deadline. For example, mature applicants will have to contact the HEIs if they're thinking of making a late application, because the majority of HEIs will do their assessment in March and April, so the 1st of May may be a little bit too late. Also, for any applicants who are interested in restricted courses, these have to be on your application by the 1st of March at 5 p.m. at the latest. They have a question page on our website, provides a number of useful FAQs, which can be very helpful if you're assisting an applicant to direct them to. So the application form itself is fairly straightforward. You provide your personal details, you tick a box to select the qualifications and assessment that are relevant to the applicant, and obviously applicants can select more than one category if relevant. So some may select Leaving Certificate and Mature, some may have Leaving Certificate and QQI Further Education. So just to note that they can tick as many boxes that are relevant. They create a password, they pay the application fee, and all going well, their CAO application number will appear on screen. And then they have to log back into their application via My Application to provide any additional information, and that should be done in a timely manner. So in the qualifications and assessment section, they'll have to supply some additional information. For example, if they have ticked Leaving Certificate on their application, they'll have to put in their Leaving Certificate examination number and year. If they're a QQI Further Education applicant, they'll be supplying their PPSN. And if they're a mature applicant, they'll have a more lengthy section of the form to complete. They'll have the mature applicant form to fill out. There are 11 sections in that. All of these sections are explained in greater detail in the handbook in the categories of qualifications and assessments section. So also, obviously, when they're logged into their account, if the applicant is applying for either the Disability Access Route to Education or the Higher Education Access Route, they will complete the application forms within their CAO account. And there's also the SUSI indicator. They may need to tick the box there to indicate if they're going to apply for a SUSI grant. Just a couple of things for the applicants to watch out for. Obviously, they have to watch out for emails from CAO, and they can do this either in their email account However, the best place to watch out for emails is in the correspondence section of the applicant's own account. So any email that we send to applicants is available in the correspondence section. So they should get into the habit of checking their account frequently to make sure that there aren't any instructions from CAO that they may have missed. They can then go in to add or edit their course choices at dedicated intervals for making changes or introducing courses, and I'll talk about those a little bit later on, just the various deadlines when you can make changes to your course choices. A really important one is to remember to check and confirm their account information when they're prompted to do so in May. So this is called the Statement of Application email. And it's basically an email asking the applicant to log in, go through all of their account information, check and double check that everything is correct and present. And if there are any errors, that is their opportunity then to rectify them in advance of the offers. It's also for applicants, depending on what category of applicant they are, they need to identify what offer round that they're going to be considered in. And again, I'll talk a bit more about the various offer rounds later on in the presentation. And obviously, you know, when they are aware of which offer round that they should be considered in, they'll have to check for an offer. They'll get an email from us, they'll get a text message if they selected that option, and they'll also be able to log into their account to view and accept an offer if they wish to do so. Just a note on the HERE or DARE schemes, any applicants who are under the age of 23 as of the 1st of January who wish to apply for either of the schemes must have applied to CAO by the 1st of February at 5 p.m. They'll have to complete the online forms for either HERE and or DARE by the 1st of March at 5 p.m. and then they have to submit their supporting documents by the 15th of March at 5 p.m. So the HERE scheme is for school leavers under the age of 23 as of the 1st of January who are resident in the Republic of Ireland. And the DARE scheme is for school leavers under the age of 23 as of the 1st of January with a disability who have been educationally impacted as a result of that disability. So you'll find more information on both of those schemes at accesscollege.ie or also on cao.ie/HERE or cao.ie/DARE. So for those who are reapplying to CAO for a first year undergraduate course, they need to make a new CAO application and obtain a new CAO application number. They should complete the application form in full and supply all necessary documents. So complete it in the same way they may have done in a prior year. For those who were or are attending a higher education institution, they will need to tick the 3rd level box on the CAO application form and post in the relevant supporting documents. So for those who have completed a course, they should include an academic transcript or a certified photocopy of an academic transcript. If they've withdrawn for a course, regardless of how long they spent, they need to inform us of that. So they should enclose a certificate of attendance showing the relevant dates of entry and withdrawal. And if they are still attending an institution of higher education, they need to give us full details stating the institutions attended, the courses taken, dates of attendance, current status, and any results obtained to date. So they don't need to supply the documents mentioned in the earlier 2 points, but they do need to update us on their current status and any results obtained. So these need to be posted to CAO and they need to include their CAO application number on the front of each of the documents. A note again on HERE or DARE, so any applicants who are reapplying to CAO, if they applied, say they were in college this year, and they had been eligible for HERE or DARE in 2022, and if they wanted to carry it forward for 2023 for reapplying, then obviously they would have had to have had that done by the 1st of February at 5 p.m. So it carries forward for 1 year, but you do have to have applied by the 1st of February, indicated that you wish to apply for HERE and entered the correct 2022 application number in the box provided by 5 p.m. on the 1st of March. They aren't required to supply the supporting documents, but they do need to take those other steps, and they have to be completed by the 1st of March at 5 p.m. It's a similar process for DARE. It will carry forward for 1 year, provided that they have applied in the following year by the 1st of February at 5 p.m. and indicated that they wish to apply for DARE. So there are sections of the DARE form that they'll have to complete, but they are not required to supply the supporting documents. And all of that information is available on accesscollege.ie and again on the CAO website. So a timely deadline coming up that you may receive some queries on is reapplying to CAO using the exceptional late application facility. So the exceptional closing date of the 22nd of July at 5 p.m. applies only to applicants who are registered as an undergraduate student on the 1st of May this year in any one of the participating higher education institutions. In order to avail of this facility, you must have entered your current HEI through the CAO system, and all of the steps must be completed by 5 p.m. on the 22nd of July. No changes can be made after this date. The facility to make an exceptional late application will open on the CAO website on the 5th of July at noon, and it closes on the 22nd of July at 5 p.m. The applicant can't enter their course choices online. They can make the application, but they can't enter their course choices. They then have to follow the instructions on our website to download a course choices form and to return this form to CAO, along with a copy of an email verifying that they were, in fact, an undergraduate student on the 1st of May this year. And all of those documents have to be posted and with CAO no later than 5 p.m. on the 22nd of July. So the instructions, when this facility opens on the 5th of July, there'll be detailed instructions on that page for the applicants to follow. There are some exclusions to the exceptional late application facility. So you may submit a late application only for entry to courses other than your existing course. And if you wish to repeat a year in the same course, you need to talk to your own admissions office about that. Mary Immaculate College, Limerick, Marino Institute of Education, Trinity College, UL and Maynooth University, they have special procedures in place for current or previous students who wish to apply for entry to a different course. So you'd need to contact the admissions office directly for those particular institutions. If you're applying for entry to a course in those institutions and you're already attending there. And just to talk to you about advanced entry, so applying via advanced entry. So to make an advanced entry application, you must be currently completing or have successfully completed a minimum of 1 year of study at either level 6, 7 or 8 in an Irish higher education institution. In certain cases, those who hold a QQI further education level 6 qualification may also be able to use the facility to apply for a place on the second year of a relevant course at a third level institution, but applicants should contact the admissions office of the relevant institutions for more information on minimum entry requirements before making an application. To apply via advanced entry section of the website, so on the CAO homepage in the menu bar to the left, you'll see an advanced entry tab, and it'll bring you to the dedicated advanced entry section of the website. Currently, advanced entry can be used to apply for years 2, 3 or 4 in a relevant course at DCU, Dún Laoghaire Institute of Art, Design and Technology, Maynooth University, Munster Technological University, National College of Art and Design, South East Technological University and Technological University Dublin. So when applying via advanced entry, on the advanced entry section of the website, you can click on the tab to apply. Or for applicants who have already submitted an application for first year undergraduate entry, there's also an option available for to add an advanced entry course choice to an application. So just click on this is how it appears on screen for applicants when they have opened their CAO application and they want to add their course choices. they'll see the entry to first year tab, but also the advanced entry option is there for those who are eligible for advanced entry. So the courses can be added in here. Important to note, so the slightly different processes for advanced entry to first year undergraduate entry. So the admissions office of each, the participating institution, controls the opening and closing date of all advanced entry course codes and the years available for application. And the advanced entry applications are assessed by each individual institution that the applicant applies to on a course by course basis. And then applicants are contacted by email every time there is a status change to their application. Advanced entry offers can be made at any time and don't follow the year one offers schedule. So there is no specific advanced entry offer round. Offers can issue at any time, and it's the decision of the admissions office of the awarding institution. And obviously, if you have any questions on advanced entry, you can ask Macdara at the Q&A session, which will come up shortly. Just a few final slides on adding courses and the change of mind facility. We do receive a lot of queries from applicants around when they can update their account information or add their course choices. So we opened this year on the 4th of November, and applicants were able to add their course choices free of charge up until the 1st of February at 5 p.m. So, you know, if you make your application on the 4th of November, for example, you can go back in as many times as you like up to the 1st of February at 5 p.m. to edit your course choices and to add courses. From the 3rd of February to the 1st of March this year, we have a facility called the Change of Course Choices, where applicants can go in and pay a fee of €10 to edit their courses. Now, this would usually just be used by mature applicants who may have forgotten to include a course on their application, and they need to have done so before the 1st of March, or for an applicant who may have forgotten to include a restricted course on their application. So, you know, if an applicant isn't mature and if they're not interested in restricted courses, there's no need for them to go in and pay the €10 fee. They can wait then to use the Change of Mind facility, which opens on the 5th of May and closes on the 1st of July at 5 p.m. That facility is free of charge and it can be used as many times as an applicant needs to, right up to the 1st of July at 5 p.m. It's a very popular facility. I think under 60% of applicants will use it at least once during that window. And then there's also the 22nd of July exceptional change of mind facility, but this applies only to applicants who are registered as an undergraduate student on the 1st of May in any year in one of the participating institutions, and they have previously made an application through CAO for 2023 entry. So this would be applicants currently attending higher education who have applied to CAO before the 1st of May at 5 p.m. The facility to make an exceptional change of mind is open to these applicants only, and the instructions can be found in the CAO handbook. But it is a paper change of course choices or change of mind form. So it is something that applicants would need to be sure that they had this ready well in advance of the 22nd of July at 5 p.m. The various offer rounds, we do questions around this from applicants wondering which offer round that they're actually going to be considered in. So round A is the first round of offers, and that goes out in early July. And this is for deferred applicants, mature nursing and midwifery applicants, some graduate entry pathways, and applicants who may be required to make visa arrangements, or for applicants who have completed an access course. Round 0 offers issued to graduate entry medicine applicants, additional mature, deferred and access applicants, and to applicants presenting QQI further education for consideration for entry to courses where there's a quota for QQI applicants. For more information on quotas for QQI applicants, there is a short link on our website, cao.ie/QQI, where you can find out more information on the quotas which courses are quota and which courses are non-quota. The non-quota courses will issue in round one. So round one offers then issue to all applicants applying on the basis of school leaving examination results, regardless of the year completed. So if you were a 2020 Leaving Cert candidate or a 2023 candidate, you will be considered in this round. Also, if you have any mature applicants who also have a leaving certificate, they may have been considered in round A, or they may also be considered in round one, just on the basis of their leaving certificate results. Other applicants considered in round one will include GCE applicants, EU applicants, and QQI further education applicants who have applied for a course where there is no quota for QQI, so where you're just competing on the basis of, or just competing directly with the school leaving applicants. And occasionally there are additional mature applicants included in this round. Then we have actually five rounds. So, well, we have 7 rounds, I suppose, but we go up to round 5. So round 2 offers issue about 10 days after round 1. And round 1 and round 2 will be the bulk of the offers, but there are some smaller offer rounds right up until October, until all the places have been filled or until the offer season closes. And finally, the Available Places facility is a facility that opens on our website the day after round 1 offers issue. And this facility advertises courses that have places remaining after all of the offers have issued and the waiting lists have been exhausted. It's open to existing applicants for no fee, and it's open to new applicants for a fee of €45. So as I said, it'll open this year on the 31st of August. Applicants can ignore the previously published points for available places, but they must meet the minimum entry requirements. And obviously making an application for Available Places courses doesn't guarantee an offer. There's more information on that facility at cao.ie/AP. And that, I think, is everything that I have for you in the presentation. So myself and MacDara are happy to take any questions that you may have.
Hi, Eileen. Hi, MacDara. Thanks very much for doing this session. We're
no
delighted. Can I just ask you, and this may not be something that you can go through or go into right now. What's coming up for me and what I'm somewhat confused by is when I'm getting students who in the second semester, so from January to around May, have decided that they're going to leave their course, but they don't officially withdraw, and they're going to reapply CAO. And students are coming to me, and they're kind of in that gray area. They're possibly still attending, not really-ish, making up their mind whether they're going to do it. And they're going, should I apply CAO now, or should I wait till this summer to do it as an existing first-year student?
Well, I suppose what they need to be conscious of is the fees element of it. So if they haven't withdrawn, they will have, if they haven't a letter of withdrawal, then they'll be supplying us with the dates attended, which the HCIs will then use to assess the fees for the applicant the following year. So really, if they are sure they want to leave, they should get the application in early. Now, they can get the application, they don't have to have applied by the 1st of February. They can use the late application facility up to the 1st of May.
Yes.
But if they are, if they're not going to get a letter to say they were in attendance on the 1st of May, then they wouldn't want to be relying on the exceptional late facility of the 22nd of July. Because to use that 22nd of July facility, they'd have to be, attending the institution on the 1st of May. So it's a tricky one, and it's important, I suppose, just to let them know the fee implication of it, not withdrawing.
Yeah, the majority do, and to be honest, there isn't they've already paid. So if the deadline is so early, for this in the second term, that they generally, the majority, by the time they're actually thinking, okay, I'm possibly not going to come back next year, the fees is gone. Do you know?
Yeah.
So as regards for them, it's not really a fee thing that's coming up. So that, and because of that, I've had students going, well, should I do it now or should I just wait till the summer? And it's been a little bit gray.
Yeah. I guess, you know, it's straightforward for them, depending on what type of category of applicant they are. If they want to wait until the 1st of May, obviously they're going to pay more. It's €60 application fee up to the 1st of May, as opposed to €30 if they came to you before the 20th of January. But, you know, whether that would be a big factor for them at the time, I'm not sure. But it would be risky, I suppose, to wait for the 22nd of July, you know, if they, well, I suppose if they haven't officially withdrawn, then they are still going to get a letter to say that they were in attendance on the 1st of May. It's really up to the applicant. It's more straightforward if they apply before the 1st of May. They don't have to send in the paper course choices form. They don't have to get the email from the HEI to send in with it. You know, the process is much more straightforward if they get their courses in, you know, if they've applied by the 1st of May, and then they can use the change of mind up to the 1st of July at 5 p.m. So to make their life easier, you know, they probably should get in and get their application in by the 1st of May. If the course they're interested in as well is restricted, they, you know, they'll have missed out on that if they don't apply by the 1st of February. Or just the one to watch out for is if they got in last year, if they were eligible for here or there last year, and they're relying on that, then they would have to have applied by the 1st of February in order to be able to carry over their here and their there eligibility. So if they apply, if they were eligible for here or there last year and they apply on the, you know, coming up to the 1st of May deadline, they won't be able to carry that over. So they are prompted to that. They do get emails from us just to let them know if you're thinking of reapplying and you want to carry forward your eligibility, you need to have applied by the 1st of February.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's great. Thanks very much.
I'd like to ask a question on, we'll say, the DARE applicants. So do they find out if they have a DARE place when their offers are made or not, I guess?
So they'll find out the outcome of their application, whether they're eligible, at the end of June, just after the Leaving Cert results come out. But your question is it that will they know if they got in based on DARE or whether they got in because they were above the cutoff?
Correct, yes.
Mac, I might hand it over to you for that one.
So they will know from the points charts whether their points matched, whether they got in below the cutoff or not. I guess each institution has a number of places that they're willing to offer below the cutoff, and that should be on their website. So I guess if they look at the points chart, see that the points for a course were 400, but they got 380 and they got an offer, well, they got in as they got in under the cutoff.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I don't know if there's any more questions, Eileen. You've covered it all.
That's great.
Yeah. Or if anyone wants to put anything in the chat, if they'd rather put a question in the chat, feel free to do that. Your slides were very thorough.
Oh, thanks. Just on the website itself, anybody who, you know, has queries for us, you know, the contact form, we're always happy. If you want to put guidance or career service into the subject line, you know, we can prioritize emails from you, you know, at busy periods, and that if you want to get an answer, it'll probably come through to myself. So feel free to use that contact facility and just change the subject line, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
There's a question there in the chat, Eileen. and MacDara, are there a set number of places allocated for DARE, or is it dependent on the course in college?
It's whatever the course the college have published for each course. So they will have a number of places for each course. It's completely dependent on the AGI.
Okay. Anybody else want to ask anything? Is everybody mad to get out? Get a bit of
Everybody
sunshine,
wants to be out in the sun.
get a cup of tea.
Guys, I can ask just one question if that's okay. Are you saying then, Eileen, that the exceptional close date is not eligible for here and there applicants, that they can't apply through that? Obviously, if they want to carry over their eligibility.
Yeah, they won't be able to carry the eligibility at that point.
Okay.
So it has to be done by, they have to have applied by the 1st of February to carry eligibility.
Okay, so a current student who's attending a HEI and is a here or there applicant, the exceptional closing date isn't applicable to them.
No.
Because they have to. Okay, thanks for that.
Everyone's quiet again. And
What kind of areas would you find, sorry, I have a question for you. Yeah, what are the most common queries? I would imagine is the majority the situation where they're uncertain about the course they're in and wanting to make a plan for the following year. Is that the most popular query you have at this time of the year? Or?
anybody going to answer it? Anybody want to answer?
Yeah,
that?
it's Marie here. I'm happy to take that one. Yeah, well, yes, that would be one. Unhappy with the courses, and that could happen at any stage, very early on, or in semester 2, as Jennifer had said. And the other one that I would get a lot of is the advanced entry route. So typically in Tala, we would have students who are on level 6 programs that may want to do an add-on to level 7 or 8 or go slightly sideways. So the advanced entry would be a popular query as well.
Okay. Well, if there's anything that wasn't clear in the advanced entry section, you know, feel free to grill MacDara.
I'll remember the message about the subject line. Yeah, no, that's great. That is really helpful. Thanks a million.
Okay, thanks.
Just a couple of things coming up in the chat. For alert lists and new courses, do you contact the relevant institutions regarding anticipated points range?
No, we don't. You know, we don't tend to get into the points conversation at all, bar publishing the points charts after the offer season. So it's really just something that the applicant would have to go to the institution directly and see would they have any indication, but it's kind of impossible for them to tell when they don't know the number of applicants, the performance of the applicants in the you know, how the applicant's going to perform for that course. So it's kind of hard to put a points range, but some of the admissions office may be able to give a guide, but we wouldn't publish anything.
Okay. And then another query there from Maynooth University. The majority of the queries are from current first year students looking to complete their first year in Maynooth and then move to second year in a different course in Maynooth or elsewhere.
Yeah, so I think with Maynooth, they'd have to contact admissions directly. They were one of the ones that came up in the, I'm just going to go back a slide or two. Yeah, so Maynooth University has special procedures for current or previous students who wish to apply for entry to another course. So there's just 5 institutions that have those special procedures.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to ask while you have Eileen and MacDara there? Make use of them. No.
No. We'll be getting out into the sunshine after all.
Getting out into the sunshine. Yeah. Are you happy to share your contact details? You know, if anyone needs to follow up afterwards, Eileen?
Yeah, so we generally use the contact form on our website, and everything is assigned to the relevant person. So cao.ie/contact, and as I said, put in career services or guidance in the subject line, and it'll generally come to me if it's a very specific query. And you can get us on the main line at 091 509 800.
Perfect. These slides will be on the YouTube channel anyway, so people can refer back to them afterwards.
Great.
Okay. Well, we'll let you go. So if there's nobody has anything else they want to ask before we go. No, just some thank yous coming in. So yeah, Eileen.
Thank you.
And Macdara, on behalf of AHECS, thank you so much for giving your time and for delivering this session for us. And again, thanks to Jennifer for getting the ball rolling with it.
Yeah, apologies for the date change.
Oh no, no problem. No problem. These things happen.
Okay, great.
So
thanks,
we'll
everyone.
let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.